topic is about calculation of stretching vibrational frequencies by Hooke's law. So here we can calculate the region where a vibration will occur by using Hooke's law. So let's see this, what is that Hooke's law. See here, it is given by nu is equals to 1 by 2 pi root of k divided by reduced mass, that is m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2. We can also write it as, see here, 1 by 2 pi root of k, and in the place of m1 m2 m1 plus m2 we can write mu. This is the reduced mass. Here nu is the frequency, k is the force constant, and mu is the reduced mass. See here, force constant refers to the strength of the spring, but here force constant refers to the strength of the bond. Now let us consider two bonded atoms, two atoms bonded. Here is a carbon and here is the hydrogen. These two are bonded. Here in infrared spectroscopy we will consider this bond as a spring. So here Hooke's law is applicable. See here, this bond is considered as a spring. So here Hooke's law is applicable. So it is given by nu is equals to 1 divided by 2 pi root of k divided by mu. Here let us read the point here. According to the Hooke's law, the frequency of vibration is directly proportional to the square root of force constant of the bond. You can see this is the frequency of vibration. This is directly proportional to the square root of force constant, that is it is directly proportional to the strength of a bond, that is force constant, and frequency of vibration is inversely proportional to the square root of reduced mass of a system. You can observe that this frequency of vibration is inversely proportional to the reduced mass, that is m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2. We know that in infrared spectroscopy we will consider the values of frequency of vibration in wave number, that is nu bar. But here it is given in nu, that is frequency. We have to convert this nu into nu bar, that is frequency into wave number. So let us convert this nu into nu bar. We know that nu is equals to c by lambda. So here 1 divided by lambda is equals to nu bar, that is wave number. See here, this can be written as c into 1 divided by lambda. So nu is equals to c into nu bar, that is nu is equals to c into nu bar. So let's substitute this value of frequency in the equation number 1. So this is the equation number 1 and it is equation number 2. Let us substitute this value in the equation number 1. That is, see, in the place of frequency we have got c into nu bar, that is wave number, is equals to 1 by 2 pi root of k divided by mu. See here, we need the value of this one, that is wave number. Here in the infrared spectroscopy we will represent the values in nu bar. So nu bar is equals to 1 divided by 2 pi c root of k divided by mu. This is our Hooke's law now. So Hooke's law can be written like this. Here another important thing is that here the force constant is represented by k. Here for the single bond force constant is 5 into 10 raised to 5 gram per second square, whereas for the double bond it is 10 into 10 raised to 5 grams per second square. For triple bond it is 15 into 10 raised to 5 grams per second square. These values are very, very important. Please remember them. Now we have got the frequency of vibration in the form of wave number. So we can get two useful conclusions from this equation. See here, the frequency of vibration. You have to remember that nu and nu bar are directly proportional to each other. Coming to the first point, the frequency of vibration will be directly proportional to the strength of the bond, that is force constant. As expected, the stretching vibration of triple bond will appear at higher frequencies than that of the either double or single bond. See here, in single, double and triple bond, force constant is maximum for this triple bond. See here, in this equation we can see here the frequency of vibration is directly proportional to the strength of the bond, that is for the force constant. Triple bond is having maximum force constant, so here the frequency of vibration is directly proportional to the force constant. That means stretching vibration of triple bond will appear at higher frequency than that of the either double or single bond. Let's consider an example. For C single bond C, the frequency of vibration is 1200 centimeter inwards. For the double bond C double bond C, frequency of vibration is 1650 centimeter inwards. For the triple bond C triple bond C, frequency of vibration is 2150 centimeter inwards. So triple bond's force constant is maximum. That's why this frequency of vibration of this triple bond is also maximum. That is, see the relationship here, the frequency of vibration is directly proportional to the force constant. That's why triple bond is having higher value than that of the double bond and single bond. Now let us consider the second point. The frequency of vibration will be inversely related to the masses of atoms bonded to one another. Thus, the heavier the atoms, lower the frequency of vibration. See here, the relation between frequency of vibration and the reduced mass is inversely proportional to each other. So, if heavier atoms present means lower will be the frequency of vibration. Here we are considering the stretching vibrations because in the functional group region we will mostly get stretching vibrations only. That's why here we are interested about the stretching vibrations. Here I have said heavier the atom, lower will be the frequency of vibration. Why? Because see in this equation, frequency of vibration is inversely proportional to the reduced mass. That means if it is increasing, this reduced mass will decrease. Now let us consider an example. CCl, CBr and Ci. In this, mass of I is more, but the frequency of vibration of this I will be less. Let us write the values. That is, it is 500 centimeter inwards, this is 600 centimeter inwards, and this is 700 centimeter inwards. See here, this is having more mass, but the value of frequency of absorption is less compared to these two. Now let us consider an example to understand it better. Now let us calculate the stretching vibrations of C double bond C bond. C double bond C. Now here we know that mass of carbon atom is 1.9923 into 10 raised to minus 23 grams. We know that nu bar is equals to 1 by 2 pi c root of Ka divided by mu. Here mu is reduced mass, it is given by m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2. This is wave number and this is the speed of light and this is the force constant. Here double bond is present, so this force constant will have the value I have already said to you, 10 into 10 raised to 5 grams per second square. Here M1 is carbon and M2 is also carbon, that is C double bond C. Here M1 is carbon, so it is having the value 1.9923 into 10 raised to minus 23 grams. M2 is also same, 1.9923 into 10 raised to minus 23 gram. Here M1 and M2 both are same, but if C double bond O is present means C will become M1 and O will become M2. And the speed of light is given by 3 into 10 raised to 10 centimeters per second. Remember that calculated value and experimental value will not be same. They will be somewhat different from each other. And we know the pi value, that is 3.14. So now let us calculate the value of reduced mass, that is mu. Mu is equals to M1 M2 divided by M1 plus M2. Here M1 is 1.9923 into 10 raised to minus 23 grams, and M2 is also 1.9923 into 10 raised to minus 23 grams. And M1 plus M2, here M1 is 1.9923 into 10 raised to minus 23 plus 1.9923 into 10 raised to minus 23. Here also grams and grams. Now if I multiply this one and this thing, and I will get 96925 into 10 raised to minus 23 grams into 10 raised to minus 23 grams divided by, if I add these two things, I will get 3.9846 into, here the common things are 10 raised to minus 23 grams. Then this thing and this thing get cancelled, and these grams and grams get cancelled. Then mu is equals to, then if I divide these two things, I will get 0.9961 into 10 raised to minus 23 grams. Now I have got the value of mu. We have got the value of reduced mass, that is mu is equals to 0.9961 into 10 raised to minus 23 gram. Now our job has become easier. Now let us substitute all the values in the equation. Nu bar is equals to 1 by 2 pi c root of k by mu. Here mu bar is equals to 1 divided by 2 into pi value is 3.142 into speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to 10 centimeters per second, and root of, we know that for the double bond force constant is 10 into 10 raised to 5 grams per second square divided by reduced mass. We have got the value, that is 0.9961 into 10 raised to minus 23 grams. Now this is gram into second to the power minus 2. This gram and this gram get cancelled, and this second will get cancelled. Why? Because if I remove this second to the power minus 2 out of the square root, it will become second to the power minus 1. See here, that is, if I remove it, it will become second to the power minus 1 divided by, here centimeter divided by second. It will become, we can write second to the power minus 1 as 1 by second, and this thing will become reciprocal, that is second divided by centimeter, and this thing and this thing get cancels, and we will remain with 1 divided by centimeter. The same thing happened here, so they both get cancels. And now mu bar is equals to, if I solve this whole thing, that is 1 divided by 2 into 3.142 into 3, I will get 0.053044 into, and if I bring this 10 to upper side, this will become 10 raised to minus 10 centimeter inwards. This centimeter will go up and will become centimeter inwards. Now in the square root, we will be having here 10 raised to 1 plus 10 raised to 5, it will become 10 raised to 6. 1 plus 5 is 6, and here I will shift the point to here, this side, so it will become 9.961 into 10 raised to minus 24. Minus 23 to minus 24. Here, nu bar is equals to 0.05344 into 10 raised to minus 10 centimeter inwards. And in the square root, if I bring this 10 raised to minus 24 to the upper side, it will become 10 raised to 30. Why? Because it will become plus 24 and it is 6. So 6 plus 24 is 30 and divided by 9.961. Then now nu bar is equals to 0.05344 into 10 raised to minus 10 centimeter inwards. And if I calculate 1 divided by 9.961, I will get in the square root the value is 0.10039 into 10 raised to 30. Then nu bar is equals to 0.05344 into 10 raised to minus 10 centimeter inwards. Here, if I solve the square root of 0.10039, I will get 0.3168 and 10 raised to 30 will become 10 raised to 15 if I remove the square root. And now nu bar is equals to, if I multiply these two things, I will get 0.016804 into 10 raised to minus 10 and 10 raised to 15 will become 10 raised to 5, that is minus 10 plus 5, that is 5. Sorry, minus 10 plus 15 will become 5 and centimeter inward. Now we will get the value of nu bar is equals to 1680.4 centimeter inwards. This is the calculated value. Experimental value is, that is experimental value for C double bond C is 1650 centimeter inwards. I have already said that calculated value and experimental value will be somewhat different. We shall discuss the reasons for difference in calculated value and experimental value in some other videos. Thank you for watching.